What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unstoppable, the elite mind and body podcast for men. In this episode, we're going to discuss unleashing your inner alpha, okay? Mastering your physical prowess as a man, okay? Now, one thing that I want you guys to know right out of the gate before we get into this podcast is that in 2018, I wrote a book, and the book is called The Inner Alpha. And in 2018, I had gotten to a place in my life where I had overcome my alcohol addiction. I had overcome my cocaine habit. I had overcome a lot of the bad habits that were plaguing me. I had overcome kind of my video game obsession. And I was in a place in my life where I was starting to grow, starting to learn and starting to grow. And so in 2018, I wrote a book called The Inner Alpha. And it's the book that I still use to this day with my clients on week 3 of their program so that they can learn about what it takes to fuel their inner alpha ego as opposed to their inner omega ego. The omega is the negative, it's the demon, it's the bad, it's the voice in your head that tells you to cheat. It's the voice in your head that tells you to do drugs. It's the voice in your head that tells you to stay up late and play video games. It's the voice in your head that tells you to sleep in. It's the voice in your head that we're trying to silence, right? It's a voice in your head that we're trying to silence. The inner alpha voice is the voice that tells you can do this. The voice that tells you that you're worthy. The voice that tells you that you can be more, do more, and become more. Now, in this podcast episode, what I want to talk about is the side of the inner alpha that is about physicality, right? Because in order for you to truly unleash your inner alpha mindset, your inner alpha way of life, inner alpha way of thinking, way of being, you've got to unleash your physical prowess as a man. And by prowess, what I mean is you need to feel powerful, okay? You need to feel fucking powerful and in control of your life, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to discuss a couple of things because, first and foremost, why do you need to be physically powerful in order to be a true alpha, in order to truly unleash your inner alpha? And I don't mean alpha as in being a fucking egotistical douchebag. What I mean by alpha is unleashing the version of you that is the top dog, the best version, the highest self, the one that commands respect from the people around them because they're so great. That's what the inner alpha is. Now, the reason why you need to be physically powerful in order to unleash your inner alpha is because sorry, I had a call come in. It is because the reason that you need to unleash your inner alpha, and unleash your physical prowess in order to unleash your inner alpha is because physically elite people have a certain mindset, right? In order to become physically elite in your body, right? In order to become a top tier athlete. Oh my gosh, I keep getting calls. Sorry, guys. I got calls coming in. I'm pretty freaking popular. Okay. But in order to become a top tier athlete, you need to have a certain mindset, right? You have to be able to show up without the presence of results. You have to be able to put in the work when no one is watching. You have to be able to eat the food that you're supposed to be eating when no one is watching. In order to be a physically elite person, you have to have a strong mindset. So thinking about this for a second, you have to understand that gaining stronger physicality, building your body better, taking care of yourself better is going to enhance your mindset overall. Okay, it's going to enhance your mindset overall. That's number one. Number two is in order to unleash your true inner alpha, the highest version of yourself, you've got to build an elite physique. Okay. You have to build an elite physique. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Human beings were meant and are predisposed in nature to be fast, agile hunter gatherers. Okay. We are meant for that. That's what we were literally bred for, made for. And so as a man specifically, it's your responsibility to build your physique in a way that allows you to live up to the full potential that man was made for. Okay. If you believe in fate, if you believe in destiny, if you believe in any of those things, any sort of higher power, then you automatically have to believe that you were meant to live up to your full potential physically, right? Because why would a creator create something that doesn't actually do its purpose, right? Why would God create you? Think about that for a second. Why would God create you to have all of these gifts, to have this amazing brain, to have this amazing body, this powerful body, this fast, agile, elite level body, but then not use it, right? Live up to your full potential. The next thing I want to talk about is nutrition and recovery, because in order to truly master your physical prowess as a man, and in order to truly step into your highest level physique and to become physically elite and everything that we're talking about, you've got to eat the right nutrition and you've got to recover properly, right? Now, let's break this up into two things. Number one, nutrition, all right? Nutrition is one of those things where everyone thinks they know what they're supposed to do. But in reality, very few people that I've ever seen actually know what the right strategy is for themselves. And so what I want to do is quickly break this down. If your goal is to lose body fat, your number one priority is going to be to eat high protein, keep your fats at a pretty steady rate, steady place, and decrease your carbs slowly over time so that you can get results. If your goal is to gain muscle, eat high protein, keep your fats at a relatively similar place, and slowly increase carbs over time. Okay, it really is that simple. Anything else is making it too complicated. It really is a simple strategy. Now, the recovery side of things, when we talk about recovery, most people think of like a recovery shake or a protein shake, whatever it is. Recovery, in the sense that I'm talking about, is recovering your mind, right? How much time do you spend per day feeding your mind what it needs to recover from the day? Okay. And what I mean by that is this: in the morning, I focus and I do 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness, like meditation, right? Where I calm my mind, I breathe, I do vagal breathing, which is 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. And I allow my mind to be at rest before the day starts, right? That allows my mind to recover from the day before. And that allows me to set the intention for the rest of the day to be at the highest level possible. Okay. Now, the other side of recovery is recovering your muscles. Your muscles recover from sleep, right? From eating the right foods, obviously from the nutrition, but also from sleep. And so if you're not sleeping and you're not getting quality sleep at least 6 hours a night, that's a huge, huge, huge problem. A lot of my guys out there that have sleep apnea, a lot of guys out there that have insomnia, a lot of guys out there that have a lot going on, mind racing and stuff. You've got to set that as a top priority to figure out, because in order for you to unleash your inner alpha and to step into your physical prowess as a man on this earth, you've got to recover properly. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to discuss is overcoming physical and mental barriers. Human beings face a whole host of barriers in everyday life constantly. It's literally barrier after barrier after barrier, no matter if you're focusing on building up your career and climbing the corporate ladder, if you're focusing on building a business and scaling your business, if you're focused on getting in better shape, if you're focused on your relationships with your wife, with your kids, with your parents, there's barrier after barrier after barrier that we are thrown at, right? And in order to get through those barriers, we've got to overcome them mentally. Right. And now, what do I mean by that specifically? The barriers that you hit in life are simply a signal that you need to that you need to learn and grow in a way that allows you to overcome those barriers. Right. No matter what the barrier is, no matter what it is, there's always a way forward. And that way forward is your ability to grow and learn and evolve through the barrier. Okay. So never stop learning, continue to grow, continue to evolve. And the last thing I want to talk about in order to unleash your inner alpha, master that physical prowess as a man, is to be unbalanced. Okay. Now I'm going to get a lot of flack for this probably, because people are out there like really, really, really love balance. They love fucking balance. And I understand that. I understand that because I believe that my biggest purpose on this planet is to be a father. And me being a father comes many times even over my business. It comes before my business. It comes before my wife. Sometimes it comes before everything, because I believe that was my primary purpose. However, by being unbalanced, what I mean is, when it comes to achieving your goals, you've got to be unbalanced enough to wake up when you're supposed to, even when you're fucking tired. You've got to be able to go to sleep later than you want to, even when you're fucking tired, and still get up. You have to be able to eat the food that you've been eating all the time, and have the same shake that you've been having for 2 years, and eat eggs in the morning, and train 5-6 days a week. You've got to be unbalanced enough to always get everything done, no matter how you feel. Okay. Most people, because they feel like their life is unbalanced, they'll put stuff on the back burner to be able to balance everything else in their life. It's complete bullshit. In order to be balanced and to be fit, have a good body, have great finances, have an amazing relationship with your spouse or partner, an amazing relationship with your kids, build the life that you want, you've got to be unbalanced in the areas that achieve your results. Meaning, you do not go to bed if you miss a fucking workout. You do not go to bed you do not start your day if you don't do a morning routine. You do not do things you do not finish the day unless you get everything done that's moving your goals forward. That's what being unbalanced is, right? Right now, it's 9:30 p.m. right now. I could be asleep right now. But instead of being asleep, I'm right here with you live, hosting Unstoppable, so that you guys get that dose of motivation that you need to get you through your day. Okay? Now, that being said, me doing Unstoppable at 9:30 at night, that's unbalanced. I could be with my kid. I could be with my wife right now. I could be watching TV like most people do at 9:30, but no, I'm fucking here. Okay? That's unbalanced. But because I'm doing that, because I'm committed to doing this podcast 4 days a week for you guys, Monday through Thursday, it's allowing me to have balance in the other areas of my life, right? It's allowing my finances to be good. It's allowing my relationships to be good with my family, because the time that I'm not doing this, I'm focused presently with them, right? It's allowing me to get everything else that I need to get done in a day. And then when I'm done everything, and the last thing I have left to do is a podcast, I don't make an excuse. I keep a promise to myself. I do it, and I feel amazing afterwards, right? Be unbalanced to be balanced. Okay, let's do a quick recap. In order to master your physical prowess as a man, you need to develop the mindset of the physically elite, meaning you need to get a physically elite body to develop your mind. This next step is to build an elite physique, right? In order to become an elite person and live up to literally what you were made to do on this planet as a human being, you need to build an elite physique. Okay. Step number 3 is to focus on nutrition and recovery, making sure that you're recovering properly so that you can continue moving forward and continue setting goals. Number 4 is overcoming physical and mental barriers, right? Any barriers that come your way, you need to be ready to mow them down with a motherfucking axe and not look back, right? Mow them down. The last step is to be unbalanced in order to be balanced. Okay. Never let the things that you need to do in a day, never let them go to the wayside. Always get them done no matter what. This has been Unstoppable, the Elite Mind and Body podcast for men. Super excited that you guys are all here with me live. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys all have the best evening of your lives, and I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. Peace.